songs. Well, about 8 or so. One sec, just remembered I gotta do something. Okay. So, I um okay. Slightly distracted, but it's all good. That's not the one I want. So I'm gonna do. Let me see. I said about 8. That's roughly correct. I have some songs for you guys. I'm gonna start with 4 songs that were 3 of them were previously released. The other one is unreleased, but I have done before on a stream. Then I will do everything from the album I just released December 11th, and then one final song that is on its way to release, but still needs a lot of work. I just felt really good about it and wanted to show it to you guys a little early. So it's kind of like a demo, I guess. Let me make sure that everything is still good. Check. Alright. Sorry. You'll have to ignore the buzzing. I can't seem to get rid of that. Hopefully, it's just an equipment thing. Hopefully in the future I'll have some better equipment. But this first song is called Hello. It serves as sort of an introduction for the album that it's going to appear on. And this one's a little weird to me because, like, I guess the sound is a little weird to me because it just seems a little bit different than what I'm used to doing. Or I was still discovering my sound when I wrote it. But there's a few things on here. Alright, so this is Hello.
Don't listen to them. What story do you have to tell? that you can be proud of? What have you actually accomplished in life? You're so far behind, it's pathetic. No one wants to listen to someone talk about their life in pain. No one cares enough.
They won't if I don't. Hello. There's something that I need to say.
Say it.
I am tired of the games.
Quit playing.
I am tired of the pain of holding everything inside and feeling like I need to hide. There are demons that I try to fight.
Failing.
To hold them back, they come at night.
Trying.
To feed me lies I can't deny. And I always find it hard to find the strength to realize I have come a long way.
No, you haven't.
Remember back in the day,
Which part?
giving up on waking up the one who should have fed me when I said that I was hungry. I bet you never knew that.
Did you?
Well, it's a story I hold back.
Why is that?
Got a lot of reasons. Oh, you wanna hear? I could tell you, but I'd rather change the subject. I don't mean to be rude, I'm just trying to speak truth, but I don't know what to do when I feel different than you. My scars showing through, the pain of my youth, felt like they could see the bruise underneath. And I face some pain that's hard to bear.
Is it though?
Some days it hurts, it isn't fair.
Hey, who cares?
You feel the same, deal with it different. You hold up that royal flush and I lay down my 2 sevens. Tell me that I'm doing fine.
Tell me lies.
Maybe now I'll buy the lie.
But should I?
Check my pockets but don't find the money that is needed, so I guess I'm gonna rob you blind. Do you get it yet? It doesn't matter.
Never did.
I'm ready now, so cut the chatter.
Cut it out.
All my life I have been muted, so it's time for me to speak up, grab a mic and say hello. So that was hello. Like I said, it served as an introduction to the album that it's appearing on. This next track is titled Listen If You Will. This one was previously released. I think it was my second release ever. It's gone through a few different phases. But I had always enjoyed working on it. The most recent change that it's gone through is that it was sped back up, or sped up. It was sped back. It was sped up. I realized that part of my issue with it was that it was a little too slow. So I sped it up, and I think it sounds a lot better now than it did. I played around with a lot of different themes in this one, and I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, but hopefully you enjoy. I hate that you could never be who I needed you to be. It's crazy how it seems that you never see what's in front of you. Don't you know it's me, waiting for you to take notice of someone who loves you? Do we just move on? Some say just keep calm and carry on, but it just feels like I'm buried, gone, and I just can't find the mask I want. So I'm always searching through the luggage of someone who's lost his way, out of place with the other kids he wouldn't play. doesn't know what normal is. All will have examples, but will still say that it's relative. Tell me, does that mean that I'm as normal as it gets? I don't know, so let's move on before I forget what the point of all of this is. I guess my question is, do you really know me? Or have I been too closed off? Pull my cuffs, I never seem to say enough. Or if I do, I'm saying too much. I feel so out of touch. And I know that if I don't know where to go, I can follow all the prints left in the snow. I don't know if I'm running round in circles into hurdles. My blood curdles as I stare into the ripples of my life inside this bottle. Yeah, I wonder how much longer it will take for me to offer all the thoughts inside my head that make me stronger, left me bothered. Just remember, I'm not the man who walked on water. I'm just a man they called a liar. Staring in a mirror, and I can't tell who the stranger is. Reflection shattered beyond recognition. This is giving too much information out about me. Just like giving you a weapon that can kill me. And I ask that you don't use it. You don't know how much I fear it. If it's being used against me, I think that it would be because of the things that happened in my past. Always hoping I would be the one that's laughing last. What do you know? I'm always fighting battles on my own, thinking that I'm strong enough to always overcome all the doubts that I can't face. I wish that I had more faith in those who wanna save me from my chosen fate. Yeah. And I know that if I don't know where to go, I can follow all the prints left in the snow. I don't know if I'm running round in circles into hurdles. My blood curdles as I stare into the ripples of my life inside this bottle. Have I said enough? Give me a minute to wrap this up. Oh, listen if you will to the story that I tell, and I hope you know that what I say is real. I've been searching for a sense of direction, but without the motivation, I'm just blind in desperation. But if I know where I can find it, I might be scared to chase it. I can't decide if I should hide it. Regardless, I keep pushing on until I prove you wrong. Can I prove you wrong? Well, listen to these words, reflecting my innocence in a hearse. What is worse? Yeah, what is worse? Writing my thoughts down for an empty void, or being heard by some crazy people trying to avoid solving problems. I can't solve them. Do we leave or do we follow? Time to find an answer. Well, we don't wanna. 'Cause we know that if we don't know where to go, we can follow all the prints left in the snow. We don't know if we're running round in circles into hurdles. Our blood curdles as we stare into the ripples of our lives inside these bottles. So that was Listen If You Will. As you can tell, there were a lot of different themes in that one. Part of it was talking about my past. Part of it was feeling like I was alone in the things that I've gone through. And then the very end, of course, I mentioned that, we're running in circles. Like, I'm not alone. There are other people going through this as well. This next one is called How Long? This was my first ever track release. This one, I hated the singing, my singing specifically, in the very first version of it. So I enlisted the help of a friend. She lent her voice to the track, and then I improved my singing, but decided to go ahead and leave her voice in. How long? It was sort of like a prayer, or like a questioning, asking God, like, how long is it going to take for me to trust, that you have what you have in mind, what's best for me. And that's actually a theme that will be later visited at the very end of the stream. So, overall, I feel like this version of the song sounds so much better than the original. And I guess it's time to see what you guys think. Every time I'm about to test, I learn my lesson. Every day I wake up and I stare at my reflection, and the moment I decide to start my day is the same one that doubt will say. Will I stand up for myself again? Will I write another word with this pen? Or be stuck in this place without a friend? Look, they don't know my story and I won't tell it to them. Got a lot of reasons, let me give you one. Letting people in is always hard for me to do. Opened up a door no one is invited through. I'll leave them waiting in the pouring rain. Hope they quit, but the opposite I pray. Hope you get it, cause I don't know how to take my past and let it go. How long until I call? How long until I fall into your open arms? How long? Tell me how long? Every time I try, I give up. Laying on the floor, I try to sit up. I can never be who you wanted me to be, but have a motivation for it frightens me. There is something I can never really understand. Why should I follow someone else's plan? I know myself well enough to know that any plan I set in motion is set to blow up in my face, but I gotta face that. I don't wanna follow you into a trap. And let's talk about separating love from lust. If I can't, how am I supposed to trust that I'll do right by the girl I love? Am I motivated by my sin or what's above? I guess I got time to learn how to handle love I don't deserve. How long until I call? How long until I fall into your open arms? How long? Tell me how long? And I hate it when they tell me that my story is written, and I say I'll write a new one, but they never listen. And I know my sister gets it, so I'm not afraid to share it. But if you think you know better know how to prevent it. Because if you want to keep me down, better know that I run this town. And there's nothing in this world that can scare me worse than being left alone with the real me. But if you got something that you want to say to me, then talk to me. Hard feelings, I don't want any. So I'm sick of holding all these grudges, better left to all the fake judges. And I don't want you to think that I hate you, I just want you to know I forgive you. It's forgiving you to me, it's easy. How long till I trust that it's for me? How long until I call? How long until I fall into your open arms? How long? Tell me how long? How long? How long? Tell me how long? So that was How Long. When it first came out, I was really proud of it because it was my first ever project to be completed and ready to be released, and I was just so excited by it. I put a lot of work into it. I was gonna learn how to play it fully on piano. Ended up not happening. I still haven't fully learned how to play piano or guitar, which kind of sucks because I wanted to learn both. But I know enough to be able to throw some tracks together in Ableton and send them out. My dad played guitar for me on that song, which was really cool of him. I especially love like the little extra he added at the end. Overall, How song is probably one of my favorites, just because it was the first one I ever made, and I'm really glad that I redid it and gave it a little bit more love. This next one is called Letter. The idea behind it was supposed to be kind of like things I have a hard time putting out there, but I think I think I got a few things for sure. I shared like some of the heavier thoughts that reside inside my head that often keep me from building better friendships. And this one is also one of my favorites because it was the first song I ever used a reversed sound clip in, which I use at the very start, and then like once in the middle. And I also felt like my style was kind of being better formed in this one. So here's Letter. Oh, well, here would be Letter if I remembered to switch audio inputs. Alright, here we go. Listen up, guys. Bear with me. Okay. I'm trying to fix my past with pieces that can't ever last against a Santa time. When's this all gonna be mine? I'll fight the help you give, it's not free for how I live. It's a chain that I'll always aim to break, so don't look me in the face, because I'm so afraid that you will suddenly understand that I'm not the man you think I am. So don't make a plan, you can't save me. I mean, maybe there's always the possibility you can save me from the prison that I built for me, but don't bet on it. Some days I'm just too selfish to see the people that I hurt. The guilt in me will wait to burn until I feel again. I'm so sorry, friend, I should call and ask for help, but I won't, because I'm always struggling with the doubt that I have that this could be God's plan. Is it really God's plan for me to be able to stand against the things that bring me down and let them be something that I can live without? I can't live without. I'm always trying to fly away from problems I had yesterday. A never-ending struggle of climbing out of the rubble. Clip my wings and bottom a casket of empty bottles. I hope one day I'll get better, but for now I'll write this letter. Tell me, who hurt you, mother, that let you hurt my sister, brother? Will I do the same when my time comes? Will I even meet someone who can know me at my worst and not run if I don't first? If I don't first find a way to mess it up, I don't think I can be enough. If it's all the same to you, I'll walk away before you do. Let's rewind, you give me time, I promise you that I will find a way to bring us back to God. I hope I'm not a fraud. Tell me now, God, am I saved, or will I simply fade away? I'm trying to find the answer I want, but I'm ignoring the call. I don't want to change, I'll think I'm in love with pain, but the plan was never to stay the same. I will blame family, I can't see they don't want a thing to do with me. Wanted closure, so to find it I wrote them a letter, but got no response. Is it really a loss if I didn't expect anything else? I wish him well. I'm always trying to fly away from problems I had yesterday. A never-ending struggle of climbing out of the rubble. Clip my wings and bottom a casket of empty bottles. I hope one day I'll get better, but for now I'll write this letter. So that was Letter. It was one that I melody I feel like is really simple. I mean, it's very repetitive, but I was so happy writing it. Putting it together and everything, and I feel like it came out really well. I did redo the vocals for its album release when it comes out. I'm still hoping to share that with you guys really soon, but we will have to wait and see on that. Yeah, that was Letter. Now to get into, I guess, the main event of this stream. This album I wrote as a way to process through something that happened recently. It's a story of my pursuit of someone over this summer, and just how it sort of was from start to finish, a little bit of the aftermath, and I did my best to capture everything that I could while recording. I don't think that I got everything in there because, by some of the takes that I was doing, I had gotten over a lot of it, so a lot of the pain and anger wasn't there. It still flares up now and then, but overall, I'm okay. So one thing that I love about this album is that the first track was actually the last one written. Well, I say first track, the intro was the last thing written. And it was really hard for me to do because I had to try to capture how I was feeling when I first met this person. So, yeah, I'm sure you can understand how difficult that might have been. But here is, and I haven't memorized the poems, the intro, the interlude, and the outro, so I won't be performing those, but we'll listen to them together. Here we go.
Cold and alone, she sat there waiting, the fire within slowly fading. 3 years had passed within our friendship. I hated seeing her in depression. The kindling in my heart was there from the beginning. I decided to keep her company, hoping to relieve the burden that she felt. I started giving time and compassion just to help. Fairly soon, my heart was captured. Her beauty held me so enraptured. All I could see were the good things about her. If I saw more, I never bothered. All I wanted was to feed her fire, help it grow and not expire. For her, I'd go anywhere. For her, ask, and I'll deliver.
One of my favorite things about the intro is that the end of it actually, towards the end where the piano starts coming in, I'm using the same piano that I used in the song that immediately follows it. One of my favorite things when listening through albums is like the smooth transitions between songs. Like, for example, how the end of Jumpsuit transitions very smoothly into Levitate. Like, you almost don't even notice that the song switched in the album Trench by 21 Pilots. I just love the smooth transitions, and so I wanted to do something like that in this project. So the song that the song that the intro rolls into is called Unknown. And it was sort of written as a love song. Just me saying, like, it was just me saying, like, I understand, like, I know what it's like to kind of be unknown, wearing a mask. And it was basically just like a call for this person to open up to and trust me. And I really love this song. It's very simple. There's not a lot going on, but it still, in my own way, it still carries a lot of meaning in the lyrics, which is the main thing for me. So here it is, Unknown. So much that you ought to know. First up is you're not alone. I will stand with you in the cold. I will stand with you through it all. And even though you might not trust anyone or they're scared of us, and if not, we can overcome anything that they throw at us. Just run. 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 Just run. 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 Run into my arms, trust there is no harm. Opening yourself to someone who only wants to help. Don't you know that I just want what's best? Forget all the rest, unless it's just rest, unless it's just focusing on your mental, so that you understand I'm here and will have no fear. Hearing all your stories, praising all your glories, always knowing I'm not going anywhere. Anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm right where I should be, I hope you can trust me. I'm not out to get you, I just wanna help you get to somewhere better. Even though it's not fair that no one else is here to help with all your baggage, but it only takes one person to help someone that is hurting. Will you let me in? This is not pretend, I know what it's like to have been wearing masks every day just to be unknown. We are unknown, just to be unknown. I always loved the piano in that song when I first wrote it, and even now it's still really awesome. The next track was also previously released. Well, I guess everything's previously released, but no, this one was released as a single, and I wrote it with a friend of mine. That it was originally supposed to show up in a concept album that we were gonna write about a couple trying to get in touch with each other. The concept album idea kind of fell apart. We agreed that, well, it was decided that you know, it would work better here with this album. Okay, I see. Yeah, it was decided that it most likely worked better with this album. So I threw it in, I redid the vocals, I did some remastering on it because it was actually, the original master was, I had learned like a little late that I was doing my mastering completely wrong. I just had a couple numbers that were mistyped, so I had to fix those in just about everything. But everything sounds all the better for it. So, without further ado, this is Trust, the edited version.
Hello? I've been trying to reach you for days now. I've been worried sick. Give me a call when you can. Bye.
Yeah. I mean, you don't even know what goes on inside my head. Like, if only you knew. Why does it always feel like I just gotta stand and fight all the demons in my head trying to take my light? My heart grows tired, constantly in fight or flight. And if I cannot survive, you'll be there to help me, right? Wrong. Yeah, I've been tired of always trying to light this fire in my heart. Same one that's been split apart by these people lighting sparks, claiming they're my friend, but knowing in the end they will never be there, cause I never really cared. So I'm simply insecure and I cannot find the cure. Say you wanna stay here, well you better be sure. Love me, hate me, I can't fake me. I can only rearrange me. Would you love me if I showed you who I am and all I can do? What can I do? I can show you all the times that I fell down. I can show you all the beauty that I found underground where I belong. Not here writing, fighting, trying my hardest to become strong. I just need some help to fix it or to end it all. And why does it always feel like I always gotta change my mind just to please you guys? If I don't, then I'm right back where I started, feeling brokenhearted. Wonder if I'm a target. Wonder if I give up, will they miss me, or will I be just another name on that list of the dearly departed? So should I go bottoms up with the pills, or find a purpose for my life, a way to stay alive? Maybe I don't need it. Started to believe that I can never be the one who falls to all his demons. Reasons for survival. On a high note, I know I won't. Love me, hate me, I can't fake me. I can only rearrange me. Would you love me if I showed you who I am and all I can do? What can I do? I can show you all the times that I fell down. I can show you all the beauty that I found underground where I belong. Not here writing, fighting, trying my hardest to become strong. I just need some help to fix it or to end it all. Sorry, I've been distant. Your care was always instant. Never knew a love so bold. Sorry that I didn't hold onto you. If you knew why I push away my real ones most, you would know that I feel like a ghost. Always floating, always knowing I'm not going, but I'm hoping that you'll stay here holding on to me as I let go, as I let go of the pain that's been holding me down. Have I found someone I can trust? I hope it is enough to love me, hate me. I can't fake me. I can only rearrange me. Would you love me If I showed you who I am and all I can do, what can I do? I can show you all the times that I fell down. I can show you all the beauty that I found underground where I belong. Not here writing, fighting, trying my hardest to become strong. I just need some help to fix it or to end it all.
So that was Trust. It was always really interesting. That was the song Trust. It was actually really fun putting that together. My friend actually wrote the most of it. I provided the lyrics and drums and helped with, arranging everything so that it all sounded well. My dad did do some work after the fact, mostly in the chorus, just to kind of add a little bit more to it. And I think it sounds a lot better now than it did. Especially after I redid the vocals, redid the mastering. It's just sounding good overall now. Here is the interlude. This is after the quote unquote breakup of the relationship. I say quote unquote because, as you'll hear in the songs that follow this poem, the relationship wasn't ever fully defined. So I've just taken to calling it a quote breakup, because it did feel like one, even if I wasn't actually dating this person. So here is the interlude, a poem that I've titled Heartbreak. Once I get pulled up.
The fire. The fire burned intensely through the night. Beautiful as it blazed, but it wasn't right. It always stayed inside the ring. On occasion, it would breach to reveal red hands attached to me, but from blood or flame, I couldn't see. It seemed to die as I blinked. I felt the shock of cold disbelief that this fire I spent kindling for so long would leave me alone with a broken bond. It felt so sudden, but I would have seen it had I not been self-deceived. Still I tried to pick up pieces of who I was, but I can't see them. Trapped in memories of the fire's passion, lost within my darkest bastion. The question now is what was real, and if answered, could heartbreak heal?
Yeah, that was a question that I struggled with for a little while. And definitely one that I ended up answering for myself a few months later, after, putting all this together and doing a lot of processing. The next song that you got to hear a bit of the guitar in from the end of Heartbreaks. This song is titled Regrets, and this was me saying, like, I regret the relationship. I regret everything that happened. I'm filled with all this pain, and I regret ever having anything to do with you, in all honesty. And it's still a feeling that I carry. Yeah, and so I wrote this song basically just to say, like, this is everything that happened from my point of view. These are my thoughts, this is how I feel, and I regret all of it. So, this is Regrets.
I messed up, thinking I could give enough to show you that I really care, but tell me, is it really fair that I sacrificed everything inside myself every night so you'd feel alright? I would pass a night telling me I'm fine, thinking you would need me more than I could need me. See, we got along just fine, and I still remember happy times. Helped me grow so much. Empathy is growing up, but I had to learn to trust that you're someone I can love. Was it enough? Sorry, I was in love, I'm sorry. Now I'm feeling faded, don't know how to take it. For you I was changing into what you hated, not because I didn't love you, I was just hoping that I could make you fall in love with who I know I am. A sinner after God's righteous plan. You said God said to pursue me, truly? So tell me why you thought it would be best to give it up. I wish that we never but we did, and I was stuck trying to please you more, letting my life deform. Did you ever see it when I would struggle with all of these demons? Or were you too focused on your independence while I was suspecting your hidden intentions and that you were using me? Always allowing me to shower you with things I would only do for somebody that I'm hoping to give the rest of my life, but you just couldn't decide. After 3 months of me working to meet your needs, funny how you never asked me why I seemed to never accept anything from you, and gratitude wasn't my attitude. I don't believe in expecting anything back for the things that I do, 'cause I do what I'll always do for people that I care about who would do the same for me. You did the same for me, but you expected a lot from me. Honestly, that's the thing that I still don't get. How you always seem to just forget all of the times that I stayed up on the phone when the sun came up, helping you through all the times you broke down, even if it meant that I'll hit the ground. Yeah. And what about the times I would always drive when you'd need a ride? I'd always provide, no matter the things that were going on. I would help you to carry on, ignoring the hurt I was causing myself. I kept it all in a box on the shelf, and you can say that it was all my fault, but I tried until the fall of everything. And I was so happy when you would sing, the words didn't even matter. Honestly, I was just flattered that you would trust me with things that were hurting, but you insisted on just staying friends, and I made it clear I would stay till the end. Yeah. Because of that, I never went on a date with anyone else. I wanted to wait until you were ready to let me in fully. You were ready to commit to me truly. That was about the only thing I could think of, and I was hoping that it'd be enough to show you that I wouldn't run from you. Hell or high water, I'm there for you. But you seem content with avoiding new pain. I'm sorry the last guy to mess with your brain, but I only said he didn't care about me because of a few very big things. I said I didn't want us to get physical. I never wanted to smoke or get rid of rules that I had set for myself. I was so confused when it felt like my heart was ridiculed. So I walked away from the things I believe in. Walking with God seems to not have a meaning. It became all about you. What can I change? What can I do? But I'm done feeling sorry for me. I could get stuck in my pity for weeks, but I'll always be stronger than what you think. Even if my heart is shredded and bleeds, I can patch it up, I can lock it up, I can keep it from ever going numb. Cause I'm not afraid to own my mistakes, I'm not afraid to make my own way. I'm just afraid you won't hear what I say and understand why I acted that way. I hope you start to feel happy again, and you start trusting good people instead. And I won't stop growing until I die. I'm giving my all to living my life, so I'm laying down all my regrets, my final apology. There's nothing left. So that was Regrets. It was a very rough time when I wrote that. It was like a couple weeks after I'd stopped talking to this person. I was just like drowning in sadness, depression, and all these things, all these different feelings. And one of the ways that I always would get over things like this would be to write music. So that's what I did. I started writing this song. I just sat down on my computer, got my MIDI keyboard out, picked a really cool guitar sound, played around with, like, adjusted it a little bit, and then just like played around with the keys until I found the melody that I settled on for the song. And I really like how this song came out. I feel like it captures pretty well the hurt that I was going through, just everything that I was feeling. This next song is titled Over Now. It was written as sort of me saying, you know, I'm done with it. I'm moving on. And as I worked on it, as time went on, I realized, like, even recently, I've just realized, like, you know, I haven't fully moved on, but that is the goal. So, towards the end of the song, it does end on a lighter note, on a more positive note. And that is where I hope to be one day. I feel like this is one of my more artistic songs. I've taken ideas from a couple different people on this track, and I feel like they melded really well together. You'll notice that in the first couple of choruses, I will like hum a couple lines, and I really like that because it kind of gives the impression like I'm not sure what comes next. And I also like really love the instrumental part of the song. I feel like it's almost upbeat, but not really.
but it definitely does get its moment at the end. Sorry, I really should have gone through and done this beforehand, but didn't have crazy amount of time. I'm just adjusting the levels so that everything comes out the way it should. Yeah, two. Okay. So here's over now. I almost forgot to do this. Sorry, for some reason I couldn't remember how exactly it started. That was very, very noisy. Okay, take two. Okay. Here we go.
Look, I'm tired of holding on to this, feeling I won't get over it, feeling I won't be whole again, wanting to hold you close, but then realize it's all over now. Anxiety I had drowning out, fear that always hid inside the back of a suicidal mind. But I'm not done with the burning rage, wanna get revenge on will I get paid? Hold on, here comes pain again, I'm not okay, but let's pretend that my target's in my sight. Take a breath, but then decide to let it go. But can I let it go? Well, all I know. I did everything that I could to always treat you like I should, because you meant so much to me, more than I did to you, I think. And I've got reasons why I think that. I'll list them here, just let me think back. There were many times when you made me feel like the way I thought through things couldn't ever be right, because everything has to be your way. There's no way to grow, no way to say I wanna know what's on your mind. Shows me who you are inside. Still I tried to get to know you, I wish you would've let me through. I could've helped you see that it's okay, but you didn't want it or were scared of what I'd say. Well, all I know, I will grow. Well, all I know, I will grow. And yes, there were times when I could have spoke up. Should I have to if you know what's up? You said you weren't ready to commit, and I told you I'd wait for it. So I gave you 3 months of my life. Now I see it was wasted time, because 2 weeks after we stopped talking, you got yourself a boyfriend, and I'm still longing. Even as I write this track, 2 months later I'm on my back, because the love I felt for you was real. Even if you don't care, I'll still heal. So don't blame me for you holding back. It's not my fault you felt under attack. It's not who it was, and it still is not, but it doesn't really matter what you thought. Well, all I know, I will grow. I will be okay. I will be okay. Well, all I know, I will grow. I will be okay. I will be okay. Now I'm not saying that I was perfect, I'm just saying I could have been worth it. But instead you played these games, what you hid was plain as day. Even if I did not see it, you know others in my life that did. Maybe that's why you stopped coming over. I should have listened to your friends closer. Some of them thought I was a boyfriend of the month. Little did I know how true that was. Even if you chose not to see me that way, you knew I wanted to be yours one day. But instead I'm left cut out. Partly my fault, it's over now, but I know where my faults came from. I believe you cared but couldn't love. Maybe you did at the start, but that doesn't help me fix my heart. I'm taking time to fix myself, hope you do too, but time will tell. Now what I know, I have grown, and I am okay.
So that was over now. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely where I want to be. You know, I am okay. Like, you know, it doesn't affect me anymore. Wish I could say that today, but you know, it's a process. I'm working on it. But in the meantime, I will continue growing. And you know, that's like the whole like underlying that's a whole underlying message behind this for me, is that I could have I was very close to choosing a more self-destructive route after all this had happened. Because if you listen closely to the lyrics, you'll hear a lot of what I experienced in this relationship. I of course tried to make it sound a little more tame than it actually was. But I'm glad I chose this route because, you know, I get to share this with others who may be going through something similar, maybe have gone through something similar and never got to verbalize it. I know that a lot of these songs are pretty specific to my situation, but hopefully there's still something in there that spoke to you. This is the final track of the album. It's called Growth, and it's a little poem I wrote more for myself, but I still wanted to share because I feel like it has, you know, some good advice, maybe. Hopefully. I hope so. I mean, geez. At the end, you'll hear me mention West poppies, and they are a flower that I recently found out about. I was looking for a flower that grew from ashes, and apparently there's a flower called, it goes by many different names, California poppy, fire poppy, or West poppy, and they do grow, you know, near volcanic areas, you know. They can grow from ashes. And I really loved that idea because I spent the entire album referring to this person as a fire during the poems. So here is Growth. Although the fire has wandered off, there will come a time when you won't be lost. It's soon upon us, just hold on tight. You will soon regain your light. Be it trials or time well spent, over time you grow from it. Scars gain, compassion follows, so long as hearts don't go hollow. And if in darkness they remain, joy and peace will always drain. In my bastion a choice was made, to let the ashes float away. They'll bring to life a world made better,
fire's gone and will be missed, but growth is here in West Poppy's kiss. Alright, and I've got one more for you guys. I will have to read off my phone for this one, unfortunately, because I have not memorized it. I'm still in the process of putting it together, as I mentioned before. But I'm really excited about this one. It's pretty intense, but I feel like it's really relatable. And I feel that way because, like, I don't know, some of the people that I've shared this song with so far have, like, they've agreed with a lot of what I said in this track. And I really love the guitar, the overall sound of it. So this one is called Confession, and I actually started writing this a little over a week ago, like a few days before the last time I tried to do a stream, and I was really sad I didn't get to share it then, but I'm really excited to share it with you guys now. So here is Confession. Let me know what you guys think. Hey God, it's me again, crawling back to you like I've always been. Cause anytime things are going great, I make a mistake and I fall back into my ocean. I don't fully understand why it is I only talk to you when I'm feeling this hole in my chest, and it's getting big. Keep trying to feed it, but there is no end, and so I keep running in circles, and I'm still jumping hurdles, chasing a life that I know will kill me, but I seem to not really care right now. So tell me, are we destined to always dance around our issues, or is it time for me to stand up and face them with you? I don't know if I can do this anymore. I'm almost 23 and I'm on the floor. I'm just waiting for another reason for me to get up and move on, waiting for that whistle to blow, but there's no kettle on, and so I'm running away. I don't wanna look into your face, so I'ma turn away and hope that I can avoid the fact that you're disappointed. You say that you'll forgive me, but I don't see the point of it. I'm always doing everything that I want. I don't care if it aligns with anything you taught, or at least I'll tell myself that I don't really care. But anytime I see my reflection, I just stop and stare. So tell me what's real, tell me what's next. Tell me there's a reason why I'm going through all of this, because I'm finding it hard to believe that there's a plan for me to grow and become a better man. I just wanna sit here and wallow in self-pity, but I can't do that anymore, not since you moved to my city, and I'd like to find a way out. Tired of always being kind, I'm always worried that I'm wasting time. Yeah, don't they see? I'll be there for them when they ask me, but that doesn't mean that I'm okay. It doesn't mean I'm free. It just means that I care about them more than myself. How can I be a good person from the bottom shelf? Well, don't tell me. I'd rather never know, because the moment that I know is the moment I will go and find the answers that I've been seeking outside the prison that I was building. Yeah, but I'm scared to shut it down, scared that I will drown, and so I'm running away. I don't wanna look into your face, so I'ma turn away and hope that I can avoid the fact that you're disappointed. You say that you'll forgive me, but I don't see the point of it. I'm always doing everything that I want. I don't care if it aligns with anything you taught, or at least I'll tell myself that I don't really care. But anytime I see my reflection, I just stop and stare. And so this is my confession. Hope I learn my lesson, but there's too much room to hold all of my stress, and so maybe it's time that I get up and find that it's better to listen and know forgiveness. So that was Confession. Hopefully, I'm hoping to finish it soon. A friend of mine's gonna do some live drums for me on that one. The ones in there are kind of like a bass line for it all. Just an idea that I had. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the album, and I can't wait to share more music with you guys soon. Hopefully I can get something thrown together within the next few months, but you know, this stuff kind of takes time for me, balancing school, work, and everything else. So, you know, music is a passion of mine, but unfortunately I do have responsibilities. So but I do give as much time as I can to it. Until next time, guys. Thanks for watching.